B.o.B listens to his fans. He released these free mixtapes called the Elements mixtape series, and we all loved it so much that we were like, we gotta pay you for this. This is too good to get for free. Can you imagine giving it away for free and people demand to pay for it?
I've been working, you've been sleeping. Flex on purpose, for no reason. Make your bitch disappear, Black Houdini. Take the top off, like I'm streaking. Compliments feed me, I'm way too conceited. Sharp with my ego, I'm way too strategic. Martin Luther, I've been dreaming. Revolution, that's dangerous thinking. Dangerous thinking. Dangerous thinking. Dangerous thinking. They've been plotting, keeping secrets. Boycotting mortgage, that's dangerous thinking. Boycotting taxes, that's dangerous thinking. Boycott authority, dangerous thinking. Turn off the TV, it's way too misleading. Telling them lies until you believe it. Repeat it, repeat it, repeat it, repeat it. It don't take a genius to pick up the pieces. I gotta speak in remedial English just for my niggas to see what's the meaning. Straight from the bottom, it's hell, I done seen it. It's crazy, the devil got that bitch on freezing. World is so cold, I'm sick with this flow. Swear it's a blessing, I'm here, but it's people that's losing lives, people grieving, people starving. I've been eating, it's no genre. La Familia, we the squad, we the legion. It's the jungle on my chest, I'm beating. Revolution, that's dangerous thinking. Bands, dangerous thinking.
I couldn't even let it stop. I had to let that play for 2 verses. But look at this beauty here. Elements, water, fire, earth, air. There's something about physicals, but I was so thrilled to see that B.o.B experienced, even now, the same thing that Cecil and I would get every time we got a proof copy of a new album that we were releasing. When you get that first proof and you pop it out of the box and you see all the copies there, you're just like, man, I made this. I made this. And check out this clip of B.o.B. He even sniffs it. He sniffs it.
The grand opening, the grand reveal. Oh, look at that. New vinyl smell. Look at this.
I knew he was dialed in like the fans are, sniffing that thing. I've done that so many times, and man, that was really the selling point, of seeing him open that up, sniffing it. I was like, oh man. I hadn't released anything like that for 5 years, so I got to live through B.o.B, seeing him get his proof of an album that people have wanted for since 2016 at least. Like myself, I was like, man, I would love to buy this thing. So here it is, B.o.B. If you haven't heard of this series, man, this is what started Truth Music. Truth Music's always been around, but this series provided the blueprint. It like created this subgenre which I call Truth Music. And since 2015, 2016, you've seen an explosion in Truth Music. And like I said, it's always been there, but the Earth album in particular on this series was, to me, front to back. I loved it so much. But the fact that B.o.B is dialed into the collector mentality, look at how beautiful this record is. I haven't seen a record in a while. They used to all be black. I remember some DJs had some cool looking records, but it's see-through even. And it's water, just like water. The album's water, and it's an acronym for We Are the Enemy, really. But man, this is beautiful. Just think about it. These mixtapes were free on Dat Piff, and people still like it so much to this day, 6-7 years later, that he put it out on vinyl in 2021. For real, the Earth album came out 2016, and I think Fire and Water came out in 2015, if I'm correct. I don't remember the dates. I know Earth was 2016, and I think Air came out like at the end. And then he actually came out with like a commercial album called Ether, but that one wasn't really Truth Music. It was commercial, it had like Lil Wayne and others on it. Look at this record right here. If I was a Cincinnati Bengals fan, and some of you in Ohio must be loving looking at that. I mean, you're probably a Browns fan, but if you are a Bengals fan, look at that. Fire, False Idols, Ruined Eyes. You know, I think that was my least favorite of the 4 albums, but it's the best looking one of them so far. Now, right here coming, this is the Big Daddy right here. This is the one that got me into it all. Earth, educational avatar, reality training habitat.
I'm sleep though. Clone politicians on sleep though. Earth let it fuck, I'm sleep though. Geoengineering, I'm sleep though. Diabetes soda, I'm sleep though. New world order, I'm sleep though. clone, they a modified beef though. Wi-Fi cook a nigga in the sleep though.
This is the album. I can't even begin to tell you how many people were hitting me up when this dropped. The song Flatline basically started a world revolution, if you know what I'm talking about, the song Flatline. And that's what really brought me onto this, was Flatline. When it came out, I received the most messages from people that I ever got, even to this day. People asking me what my opinion was on it, and that's what caused me to investigate.
I see only good things on the horizon. That's probably why the horizon is always rising. Indoctrinated in a cult called science, and graduated to a club full of liars. Heliocentrism, you were the sixth victim. Fuck you and your team, you can sit on the bench with them, they nervous. But before you try to curve it, do your research on David Irving.
Look at this one, man. It looks like a zebra. Look at this. Man, that's beautiful. I can't tell you how many road trips I went on that I just played this Earth album front to back like I would play Eternal back in the day. Because like I said at the time, I've never seen anybody make a full conspiracy album like he did.
Bodies on top of bodies on top of bodies. Copy, carbon copy. Do your copy out of body, out of body. Tipsy turvy, tipsy topsy. Illuminati, all the thotties, the John Gotti. Party. They watching, I know they watching. Watching. Yeah, he that a minute's Mojave. Suicide route kamikaze. I don't blend in with nobody. The scapegoat, I guess I'm Bin Laden. Yeah. Compared to Donald Trump, I'm neck and neck with the death threats. Got the best vest and the best text. I need less stress and the best sex. New photos are the best text. Life is too short to be depressed, yes, but I'm too focused on the next step and I'm restless. The party, I'll find you in the other life.
And that leads us to Air, which was the fourth one that came out. Art imitates reality. For a lot of the fans of this series, this is their favorite one, but mine is still Earth. This one's good too, but to me, Earth hits the most front to back. But like I said, others find this one to be the best.
Look into the mind's eye, there's nowhere to hide.
But I think this one is probably going to look better than that Fire. The Fire was some fire with that Cincinnati Bengals look. But let's take a look at this Air. I have a feeling this one's going, oh, look at that. Look at that beauty right there. Air. Side G. Fingerprint, Airbender, Negative Space, Mercy Me, Master of War. What else? Bobby Neutron, Stanley Kubrick. That Stanley Kubrick track was pretty wild. Oh yeah, and that brings me to this. Each of these albums had this like spoken word masterpiece, thought-provoking thing at the end of each album. So on this one, the track is called Escape.
Tired of chasing villains that don't got no faces. That's the sound of a nation that don't got no patience for faux proclamations. Warlocks in churches and sacred locations. The sheriffs, the clansmen, the judges, and mason. Not to be biased and not what your faith is, but how do I trust my own country and state that's more loyal to Satan than their own occupation? The system is rigged. If I vote, will I change it? Greed will consume us with no moderation. Blame for a beast I'm not sure I created. I'm not sure I'm created. Like I'm inside a game, I'm not sure that I'm playing. It's a whole operation. Whether it's real or whether they staged it, shit gets so tense when I go out to places. If I fuck around and sneeze in the air, I could break it.
So here they are, Fire, Water, Earth, and Air. Beauties, good-looking records. Hey, I know this is a Bone channel, but I mean, this is, you know, we're collectors, and I just figured everybody would appreciate the fact that B.o.B went back and did this for the fans. I mean, this is strictly for the fans. This album was free. All these were free. So he put this out. Now this package deal cost me $100. I was thrilled to pay the $100. I've been wanting, you know, I would have bought the Earth album at least 5 times. Same like with Eternal. You know how you always want to just buy Eternal again because it's so good. You're like, man, I just got to buy it again. This album, the Earth one, so good. As you see Earthquake right there, to me, that's the best spoken word of all the 4 albums is Earthquake by like a long shot. It's actually the best track on all 4 albums.
Consider this my affidavit. Yeah, it's the ruling class here to rule your ass. Prescription drug thug, cocaine, your ass. Agricultural skills sure would suit your ass. But they say living off the land is a useless past. Here, work for dead presidents. Food your ass. Any revolutionaries, they remove your ass. Fast, click clack, quick blast in a flash.
whiplash from the kickback or the impact. Push the shit back, as long as my head is intact. I be as political as I want, cause I get taxed. Nah, this ain't no fucking diss track. The diss track, a useless chit chat and syntax on whose ass is this fat and who has a six pack. Who's batting this average? Compare his passes to his passes. It's 1,000 sports channels. You can get this package or this package. Who's this savage? Hey, let's compare your emotional baggage to my emotional baggage to see who calls each other bitch fastest. Haters go out their way to fuck up my day, but I ain't even worried about your bitch asses. And it's quite the optic, hard to take your eyes off it. They make the sky toxic, prescribe the antibiotic. Make a high profit, divide the margin. You could die off it, if you do, they hide the autopsy. What the fuck are you supposed to do? More gallons in your kosher food. What the fuck is even kosher food? Third generation crops won't produce. Be careful who you keep close to you. I'm from Atlanta, but shouts out to my Oakland crew. They say Bobby Ray the older you is overdue. I say, hey, sorry, I got a little caught up exposing truths. I used to think, what would Hova do? Now I think, what the fuck will Macho Man and Hulk Hogan do? Now if Steve Austin was America and The Rock was Afghanistan, then Russia and China would be Triple H and Illuminati would be Vince McMahon. Now when the haters are the Undertaker, the crowd doesn't stand a chance when the international bankers are walking through the stands. Slide your ass some Zan. You think you a fan, but you really just a lamb. Niggas start trends every day, but don't ever get no pair of Vans. What the fuck is in advance? Niggas live on color people time. What the fuck is in advance?
Now, let me qualify all this. If you're not a conspiracy theorist, this is not for you. This is for truthers, conspiracy theorists. And for today, there's been so much truth music out that this album doesn't really stand up to the test of time. But at a time period where there was no truth music genre established, it was like simply underground, this free albums, plural, really paved the road for all the truth music that's come out since then. I mean, yeah, I'll give it to Vinny Paz with End of Days back when that came out, but this, man, this series, as we could see, it pressed a vinyl 6 years later. I mean, what does that tell you? And because it was a free album, there wasn't much advertising and marketing for it. This was all word of mouth. There are some songs on this album that are so good, like the song Fucking Science, Bro, lyrically and delivery-wise, flow-wise, how he crafted the verses, how thought-provoking they are, how challenging to the status quo they are. It's why I wanted to buy the album so many times, because I'm like, yo, how are you going to give this away for free like this? This is so good. It's so beyond. It's like when Tech Nine used to say, the stuff we're making is so elite, only a percentage of you understand it.
I was just, bro, I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know. Fucking science, bro. Level, okay. Check. Goggles, check. Right. Nodules, check. Fucking science, bro.
Welcome to history. We evolved from Neanderthals. That is no mystery.
Well, why are there no monkey fossils?
What, are you kidding me?
I'm just saying.
Should have learned that way back in elementary.
Man, this nigga don't know what the fuck he's
What?
talking about.
I have a diploma. Do you have a diploma? Or we're learning disorder? My wife is a lawyer. We both have a daughter. She's doing fine with the things that we taught her.
I'm just using the scientific method. Did we evolve from Electronica Boy or Homo erectus? And all of the fossilized footprints in the fossil records don't show a line of thrust. That's not consistent with compression.
What the fuck did he just say?
Yeah, okay, smart ass. This is real knowledge. Save all the hippie shit for art class. It's really starting to bug me on this one. Gonna have to trust me on this one. I've done the studies on this one. A little rusty on this one. I mean, why can't you just answer my question on the subject?
It's not in the fucking book. It's not up for discussion.
Science. I fucking love science. I love science. Level, check. Goggles, check. Nodules, check. Fucking science, bro. Damn, must have been the hell of them Stegosaurus. It's over century burning fossil fuel. Still ain't no shortages. I ain't saying I'm Neo, but I'm nothing short of a Morpheus. Fuck, thought this was a globe. I gotta check my coordinates. You could blame my disorderly conduct on my subordinates. If it ain't no Coriolis, who's to blame for New Orleans? Why the poorest people always get extorted by corporate giants? We don't boycott, we buy in, and I find it unfortunate. Yeah, me plus you plus her, that's four. Bring your worst and I'm gon' bring much more. Yeah. Leave your nerves, your skirt both at the door. Add it up.
Can't shit, no.
Fucking science, bro.
We're just not worthy. I'm not even worthy. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy to listen to that. That is just, man. 2015, again, you got to remember, this is before the Great Awakening. This is before COVID. This is before all the stuff we know now. B.o.B was dropping it before it was popular, before it was acceptable. And it really ruffled a lot of people the wrong way. It was like career suicide to make this album. Not only did he kill his mainstream career with it, he did it for free. That's why this is so commendable. And people love this so much that it's dropped on vinyl in 2021, years later. All right, well, this one way longer than I thought. I just wanted to bring this to you guys' attention. The Elements, Water, Fire, Earth, Air by B.o.B on vinyl 2021. Unboxing, showing you what's in my collection. I don't know how long it'll stay because, you know, I get rid of everything I own, but I'm going to enjoy possessing this for the time being. If you never heard this album, if you're just going to hear one of them, check out The Earth, but maybe Air is your thing. The first two, don't start with Fire and Water. Try the newer ones. If you heard about them, drop it in the comments. Let me know what you thought about them. And they just came out of nowhere one day. And what a treat this was for hip-hop. And what a way this advanced society and culture, in my opinion, is this started a revolution. But thank you for watching. I know it's not bone, but I think you would like this.
See, the middle class got a lot slimmer, and the upper class got a lot richer. They want to revolt, they want you to riot, they want you to try it, they want to provoke us to keep us divided, but the people are no longer quiet. They say, Bob, they gonna take you out if you keep rhyming this way. I say, fuck it, we all gonna die anyway.